we're jumping right into this one. I have recently acquired 3 very cute things. One of them is Phoebe. She's got ginger spots both on her fur and in her personality. She has a serious face, but is very cuddly and not very serious. Another cute thing is Maisie. She's agile, almost always comes when she's called, and also appreciates cuddles. And the third cute thing I've acquired? My strawberry cardigan, which I will show you a little bit about how I made. So welcome back to my channel. I make videos about creative projects and endeavors, and I am very excited to share this particular creation. The inspiration for this came from an old Jenna Phipps video where she made a strawberry cami. I really loved the particular colors that she used. I will link that video as well as the strawberry repeat tutorial which I used to make my strawberries. Really, any videos that I used to kind of put this thing together, I will link below. The granny squares themselves I did come up with, and I am absolutely obsessed. They remind me of the 90s somehow, maybe because I was a very little kid then and the squares look so cute and innocent. The single crochets around the strawberries also remind me of white wicker furniture, which just says mid-90s summer to me. This could just be my brain though. But man, the granny stitch just brings the cuteness together, and I will try to stop saying cute so much now. I started this project back in February, and at that time I thought it was the perfect time to start in order to finish it by about April or May. But I got a little stuck in the monotony of repeated granny squares. But once I had enough blocked to start stitching them together, I could not stop thinking about finishing this thing. For about 3 whole weeks, I spent all my free time working on it. This video isn't quite a tutorial, but if people are interested in more instruction, I would love to know. I'm also considering putting the cardigan in my Etsy shop. I currently have art prints there if you're interested, and I'll be adding some new ones in the next week or so, and also in the coming months. I'm aware we're going into autumn soon, and strawberries are very spring and summer. I'm actually working on the cutest autumnal jumper next, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What I'm trying to say is this video is a little bit of a feeler to see if anyone is interested in more of a tutorial, or a pattern, or just interested in purchasing a finished product. Or maybe you just enjoy watching someone crochet. I enjoy that. At the end of the video, I will include a tutorial for making the granny squares in case someone wants that. Although this isn't a crochet channel, so don't expect the best tutorial because my camera doesn't autofocus, so I had to try to keep my hands in the right area of space, but I will try to make it as clear as I can. For those who are newer to crochet, I'll link a very helpful video for stitching the squares together. There are endless ways you can do it. Some are more invisible while others are more visually playful. But if you like the way I did it, it's the flat slip stitch seam. I'll also include details about what yarn I used and how much. Each natural colored skein made between 10 and 11 squares, and I made 104 squares in total. You might be able to tell my gauge was very tight. The squares, before blocking, they measured 3.5 inches. The blocking stretched them to 4.5 inches, and when they bounced back they became 4 inches as their finished size, I'd say. One reason why I made this cardigan is because the springs in the UK are quite cold for a while, and once it's March or April or May onwards, I don't want to wear winter-colored sweaters anymore. I need some more spring and summer jumpers. This current summer has been the hottest one I've experienced in the UK since I moved here in 2020, so no summer sweaters were needed or wanted. But there are some summers here where it is chilly enough in the middle of the day to need a jacket, even for the whole of July. And this sweater will be perfect for that kind of summer. And the quality of this thing, it feels like it's going to last ages. Another reason I wanted to make this cardigan is that I am obsessed with fruit as an aesthetic. Specifically, strawberries are my favorite. This mug, which I got a few years ago, was quite an inspiration, I must admit. So I know strawberries have become a trend, but I'll be annoying and say it was on my mind before that happened. And normally when something I love later becomes a trend, I then ditch it so that I'm not like anyone else. Very Enneagram 4 of me. But this, I just don't care. I'm going for it. Another note is that you could easily swap the strawberries out with other fruit. Just changing the yarn color from red or pink to a purple would turn them into blackberries. Cherries are also currently a thing, and it would be so adorable with cherries. I would have to sit down and research how to change this into cherries, but I know it could be done with some creativity. I purposely wanted an oversized drapey look. I thought I knew how I wanted to do the cuffs, hem and collar, which is the very time-consuming slip stitch in the back loop only ribbing. And after spending over 12 hours on this, I realized I didn't like the direction it was heading. It fit more like a Letterman jacket and looked and felt less oversized. Don't get me wrong, it looked amazing, and the stitching looked so quality. But I knew I would regret it if I didn't fix it. It was very painful, but I undid the hem and later the cuffs and the collar as well. But I think how it ended up is much more exciting and fit how I envisioned it from the beginning. I would be interested to know what you think. Would you have kept the ribbing? I think changing the ribbing also made the cardigan go from quite wintry looking to more sunshiny. So for the hem, I ended up going with 2 rows of double crochet, followed by 2 rows of V-stitch and 1 row of shell stitch. I envisioned a lacy-like hem like this, and I found a tutorial that looked like what I wanted, so I will link that video too. I finished it off with a pop of strawberry red. At first I tried slip stitching this on. I liked the minimal look, but I didn't like how there was a clear front and back of the fabric. So close to the edge too, which would easily be revealed. So I ended up single crocheting instead. When I went over the center of each shell, I did a picot stitch to form a zigzag shape instead of scallops. For some reason that was what I was seeing in my head, but rounded scallops would be beautiful too. My sleeves were already nearly full length, so I didn't want to add the exact same lace work to the cuffs as I did the hem. So I did 2 rows of double crochet followed by 1 row of single crochets with picot stitch every other stitch. I tested the edging to see whether I liked the color to match the hem, and I did. But for the color, I kept it neutral with the same sort of rows I did at the cuffs. Next, it was finally time for the buttons. Again, I will link the tutorial I used for the button band. It was just single crochets, which I liked because it matched the center of the granny squares around the strawberries. Before blocking, the squares were very bubbly looking once they were joined. The sleeves are also still a funny shape even after I performed some surgery on them. I will definitely try another method for decreasing granny square sleeves next time, but the blocking helped so much. So, here's the reveal. love with this thing. It's everything I wanted in a cotton cardigan. My obsession with strawberries has been expressed, I believe. It feels super heavy when you hold it, but not in a too hot, uncomfortable way. It feels like real clothing, if you know what I mean. The sleeves are the perfect length for my preference. It's a sensory struggle for me when sleeves are above the wrist, but I also don't want them so long they're in the way. These feel just right. The whole vibe reminds me of the aesthetic of the movie Matilda, which just brings us back to the 90s inspiration again. I am in love, but I would love to know what you think. Would you make it? Would you wear it? Let me know. If you like this project, I'd appreciate it if you would give the video a like, and let me know in the comments if you would like a tutorial-only video. And don't forget to subscribe. Speaking of subscribing, I have just made a Substack account. So basically, I have a newsletter. I'm trying to switch over to newsletter being my sort of #1 priority. And so if you want to stay up to date, definitely follow me there. You don't need a Substack to follow. You can just get it in your email. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And if you do want a tutorial of the granny squares, that is next. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I will try my best to make this clear and helpful, but I'm not a crochet specific channel and my camera doesn't autofocus. I really did try though. So here we go. Begin by chaining 8. Then single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Single crochet into each remaining chain. It should now be 7 stitches wide. Then chain 1 and turn your work. Single crochet into each stitch again until you've done all 7. Chain 1 and turn again. Repeat the same process for this row, single crocheting into each stitch. Chain 1 and turn. Now single crochet into 2 stitches. On the 3rd stitch, stop just before you yarn over and pull through. Bring your background yarn forward because you're actually looking at the back right now. Bring out the strawberry red color. Drape it over your hook like so. Make it your working yarn and pull it through the stitches on your hook. Chain 1 to secure the new color. Now into the 4th stitch out of the 7, aka the middle stitch, you'll do 5 double crochets into this stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops, leaving 1 on your hook. That's the first double crochet. Now yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. That's 2. Do it again, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving 1 loop on your hook. That's 3. Again, we yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That was 4. For the last one, it's similar. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now here's the change. Before yarning over, bring the red yarn towards you and take the background yarn that you brought forward from earlier and make it your working yarn. Yarn over and pull it through the 2 red loops on your hook. For the following 3 stitches, simply single crochet as before. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches. For the third, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. Pause before you finish the stitch. Let the background yarn hang in the back. Take the green yarn and drape it over your hook so that its tail is now in the back as well. Make the green your working yarn. Pull it through the stitches on your hook. Chain 1 to secure it. Now we'll do a single crochet cluster, I believe. So insert your hook into the top of the first red double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. Instead of yarning over, leave the 2 loops on your hook and insert your hook into the top of the second red double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. Leave 3 loops on your hook and insert it into the top of the third red double crochet. Yarn over and pull through, leaving 4 loops on your hook. Insert into the top of the fourth red double crochet and yarn over and pull through, leaving 5 loops on your hook. Insert into the top of the last red double crochet, yarn over and pull through. You will have 6 loops on your hook, and this is the fun part. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. Chain 1 to secure. Then insert your hook back into the last red double crochet, yarn over and pull through, pause, and let the green yarn hang in the back. Find the background yarn again and bring it over. Make that your working yarn. Finish your stitch by yarning over and pulling through the 2 green loops on your hook. Now single crochet into the last 3 stitches of that row. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet into the first 3 stitches as normal. Now look at your green section and find the nice middle V. It's where you slip stitched to secure. You're going to do 1 single crochet under that stitch, or into it. Now single crochet into the last 3 background stitches. To clean up, you can now clip the red and green yarns, but not the background yarn. Tie the fruit yarns together tightly to make the strawberry very 3-dimensional. You will need to weave in these ends. Maybe make the ends a little longer to make it easier on yourself. Now chain 1 and turn so that your strawberry is facing you. The hardest part is over. Simply single crochet into the 7 stitches again. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet across one more time. It should now look like a square and not a rectangle. If not, play around with how many rows you need above and below your strawberry. There should be an odd number of rows, so that there's a center on each edge. We will now start the granny stitch. Chain 2. This will act as your first double crochet. Now do 2 double crochets into the corner stitch. To make a corner, chain either 2 or 3, your preference. I did 3 for my project, but a lot of people do 2. Now work 3 double crochets into the same corner stitch. Next, find the middle stitch, perhaps by counting across and finding the 4th one over. It should be centered above the strawberry. Work 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Now work 3 double crochets into the next corner. Chain 2 or 3 and work 3 double crochets into that same corner. For the next side, find the middle stitch by locating the rows the strawberry is on. You did a chain 1 in between these 2 rows, and that's what you want to work into. But as long as it's centered, that's all that matters. Work your 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Next, work 3 double crochets into the next corner. If the stitch you're working into starts to feel loose, don't worry. You can tighten it when you weave in your ends. Chain 2 or 3 and work your next 3 double crochets into the same corner stitch. Next, work into the middle or 4th stitch in and work 3 double crochets. Then do the next corner. Similar to before, find a rounded looking chain, one between rows, or somewhere that looks centered, and work 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Slip stitch into the second chain where you came up, and chain 2 for another round, which is a simple granny square stitch. So work 3 double crochets into the corner space, then chain 2 or 3. Work 3 more into the same space. Then work 3 double crochets into the next space. Work all the way around. On the last space, work only 2 double crochets and slip stitch into the second chain where you came up. You can do more rows if you wish, but I stopped here. To finish, chain 1, clip your yarn and pull it through. Now you just need to weave in your ends to get it secure and make about 100 more. That is, if you're making the same thing I made. There are endless possibilities on what you could use these for. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I will see you next time. Take care.